Hello, hello. We are live. Good morning. We'll wait a few seconds for anyone to pop on. Good morning. Just making sure we're connected here. We've got our volume working. So we'll go ahead and get started. Like any other class that we're going to be working with today for breath work and meditation, please make sure that if you need some additional support to be seated, go ahead and grab that now, whether it is a pillow, a rolled up blanket, bolster, meditation cushion, block, sofa cushion, whatever you have handy at home or wherever you are, go ahead and grab that. We will need that today. We will be doing a bit of a longer, more extended meditation today. Our theme is rebalancing for the new moon. So we have today's Saturday. We have a new moon coming in on Monday. So in just a few days, but you may already be feeling some of that energy, some of that like, okay, I made it to the finish line and now I kind of need to rest a little bit. And that's what the new moon ushers in. So I want to share some of my favorite practices with you today, be able to guide you through holding some of that big space for rebalancing, big space for rest, and then also share a story with you of why this is so important to me. Not only just working with yoga and the science of how it helps to connect us to that universal consciousness, that feeling of infinity, that feeling of totality that exists everywhere, also exists inside of us, but also connecting to moon phases and how helpful that's been for me personally on my journey. I spent a lot of time in retail in my past, a lot of time in corporate America, a lot of time in tech. And I found myself being, having a struggle with my relationship to time and always noticing that I had this sort of hustle. Like there was a drive there too, but it was kind of more of a hustle. It was always connected to being on the timeline of the business, being on the timeline of our project deadlines, being on the timeline of whatever's rolling around for the next quarter for the business, right? And so it's kind of was pushing through, staying focused, keeping my eyes on the prize type thing, and experiencing a lot of tiredness, a lot of burnout, a lot of fatigue. And once you are in that hustle mode for so long, I just got to a point where I felt, okay, there has to be something different. There has to be something more natural. Let me step outside of this. Because let's say, for example, this were to go away. And I think many of us are experiencing this now. What happens when I'm not connected to these deadlines? What happens when I'm not connected to these projects? Is there a more natural cycle that I notice with my body? Is there a more natural cycle that I can witness in nature? And that's where the moon phases come in. Because we have every 28 days, we have another moon cycle again. And so you are someone who identifies as female, if you are someone who bleeds, it's a little easier, I guess, to sort of identify with that because you've got your own sort of cycle that you are experiencing. And we're used to kind of like that birth, rebirth, shedding, resting, all of that phase of the renewal, starting over again. But nature does it for us as well. And so this is why we spend so much time meeting for full moon times and really resting for new moon times. Because what it can show us is if we we always notice full moon, right? Like it's bright in the sky, everyone sees it. It's associated with like certain myths, certain eeriness, certain things. But new moon doesn't really get talked about very much. And probably the reason is because we don't see it. Like when it's a new moon, it's just dark in the sky. You're not going to see anything. There's not really anything reflecting off of it for us to see it. But that doesn't mean that it's not still up there. It's still there, still the same, still as whole as it was before. Just our vision of it is a little bit different. Our perspective of it is a little bit different, but it's very empowering to be able to align with that and say, okay, how am I needing my rest here? The new moon on Monday is in Cancer, which means that we are tail ending our cycles. So last cycle, it was new moon in Cancer, and we've got another one. So if there are any type of patterns, any type of lessons, anything that keep coming up, here's another one for you. Time to spend focusing on our relationships, our emotions, our relationship to our emotions, of experiencing those things, communicating how we're feeling, letting them be expressed. So that's what we're going to work on today, rebalancing ourselves, reconnecting to our inner world so that we can confidently navigate our outer world, and just taking a moment to let all of the outer stuff fall away. Reconnect to ourselves, let our bodies communicate to us what it is that it needs to hear, what we need to hear, and using that rebalancing, using that restoration to move forward and really just celebrate that sacred rest. So we'll spend a little bit of time doing a couple warm-ups to the body. We're going to do our favorite Sat Kriya for a round or two, and then we will return back to Kirtan Kriya for today. So that one is really great on balancing both sides of the brain hemisphere. So if you've been very structured, very linear, very focused, very disciplined lately, and maybe needing to lean more over to your flow state, to feeling, to movement, to joy, to expression, may that meet you here. And on the other side of that, maybe if you've been more flowy and just here and there and sort of all over the place and in your creative mode, may this time offer you a bit more of that structure, of that support, of that discipline to contain all of the waters, contain all of that flow that you've been blessed with. So let's go ahead and get started. So we will come to a comfortable cross-leg position just to get ready for today, to tune into ourselves, to tune into the collective, tune into all of this wisdom that has come before us, and recognizing that is still within us. So take a moment here to just close your eyes. Give yourself a little pat on the back for making time for yourself today. And just begin to find your own rhythm, connecting to your breath on your inhale through the nose, and exhaling through the nose. Taking the time to inhale, feeling the body expand, feel that energy rise. Exhale, feel all the tension release. Exhale into relaxation. And then we begin the cycle all over again. As you reconnect to your relationship with your breath, allow it to anchor you to this moment in time and space. Allow all the other identities, responsibilities, deadlines, timelines, let those all fall away for now. In this moment, we are only focused on this moment and this breath. Maybe deepen the breath a little so it's the biggest inhale you've taken all day. Exhale. Do the same. Push all of that stagnant air out of the body, out of the belly, out of the lungs. Very good. Notice where you're connected to the ground. Maybe the side of your foot, an ankle, the sit bones underneath your bum, the side of your leg. Once you notice where you're rooted, use that foundation to rise, lengthening the spine from the base all the way up through the crown of the head. Expanding that posture, creating more room internally for the breath. Allowing the heart to lift. Allowing the shoulders to relax. Very good. From here, begin to rub the palms of the hands together at heart center. Taking a moment here to set an intention for today's practice, if you'd like. Our work is working on rebalancing today. It may be one word, it may be a sentence, a color, the visual, however it shows itself to you. You've got that in your mind. Find stillness at center by pressing those palms together. Feel the knuckles of the thumb against the sternum. And from here, we will tune into the Adi mantra 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Calling on that infinite wisdom, calling on our divine teachers to allow us to connect with ourselves, connect with that creative consciousness in order to change and transform any ignorance into knowledge. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Om Namo Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Apply Mulban. So squeeze the anal sphincter, the sex organs. Squeeze. Pull that energy upwards. Visualize it spiraling from the base of the spine up through the rib cage, past the heart center, all the way up through the crown of the head. Exhale through both nostrils. Let the hands come down either to the knees or the ground, maybe if you feel some more grounding energy is necessary. And take a moment here just to allow the breath to do whatever it would like. Check in with the space that you've created. Scan the body, noticing where there still may be any sort of tension hanging out. And celebrate where you may have already created a bit of expansion just by practicing projecting your voice. Very good. Okay, when you're ready, allow yourself to come up to standing. Since we'll be seated quite a bit for today's meditation, want to get a little bit of stretch into the body. So allow the feet to come hip width apart. Keep in mind where the feet are pointing. So left side of the body represents others, and right side of the body represents the self. Where are the feet headed? Is one going off in one way, trying to do its own thing? Let's try to keep our path forward for today. So let the feet come forward, let all four corners touch the ground. We're going to begin in this upward position here on the inhale. On the exhale, we'll take opposite hand to opposite foot, just bending and hinging from the hips. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Letting yourself have as much bend in the knee as you need so that this is comfortable here. Let the head and the neck be soft for this. Very good. Inhale up. Exhale into a forward bend. So still hinging at the hips, giving yourself as much bend in the knee as you may need. Let the head and the neck just rest here. Doing a bit of long, deep breathing, feeling that breath in the back of the body. Letting the head rest below the heart for a moment. Very good. From here, allow yourself to come down into a seated cross-legged position. We're going to warm up that spine a little bit more because we want all of those pathways in the nervous system to be awake and be ready for whenever we do our meditation, so they can send those signals when we need to go. Let the hands come onto the front of the shins. And again, use the breath here to power your movement. On the inhale, we're going to flex the lower spine forward, lifting the heart. On the exhale, we're going to rock backwards. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Just getting some movement in that lower back. This one is also referred to by my teacher Matab as riding the camel. So if that visual helps you to make this more fluid movement, feel free to use that. Very good. Inhale forward. Exhale, release. Allow the hands to come onto the knees now. We're going to keep the elbows straight here and use that leverage to help us do that same flex, but it's going to be more towards the middle and the top of the spine. So still inhaling forward, but we're leading with the chest this time. Exhale back. Inhaling, exhale. You're going to feel this one a lot more in the shoulder blades. If this movement is already beginning to release quite a bit of mental chatter, you can anchor yourself by mentally chanting Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale. So Sat Nam means truth is my identity. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale, release. Let the hands come onto the tops of the shoulders now. Fingers facing forward, thumbs in the back. Let the elbows and the arms be parallel with the ground. Here, still using the breath to guide our movement, we're going to twist from the rib cage here. Twisting left on the inhale, right on the exhale. Being kind to your movement. Being compassionate with your range of motion for the day. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the arms down, either to the tops of the knees or to the ground. You need some more grounding energy. Again, take a moment here. Just allow the breath to regulate. Witness the space that you've created. Do a body scan. Check in where you're feeling expansion and where you still may be feeling tension. And, we talk a lot about releasing tension in yoga, and in Kundalini especially. It is a powerful technology that facilitates for that. But sometimes the tension's not ready to move yet. And so if it's not ready, that's okay. It's just not time. We don't need to force anything. So let's use this last little bit of our warm-up to get in some neck rolls here. So allow the nose to guide you in drawing circles as you do your neck roll. We're going to rotate upward on the inhale and lower down on the exhale. Choose any direction you'd like. We will go the opposite direction on my cue in just one moment. As much as we are focusing on the sacral chakra today, we also want to show some love and attention to the throat chakra because they're very much connected. All that creativity, that longing to belong that we feel in our emotions, it's brought into the physical world by our throat, by our voice, by our speaking and expressing those things that we feel. So if you've been feeling blocked here, how can you rebalance so that you are expressing? And on the opposite end, if you feel like you maybe have been experiencing a bit of word vomit or non-filtering, how can we invite in a bit more of pause here? On your next exhale, take a moment to pause at the bottom of that rotation. And then begin rotating in the opposite direction. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Slowly begin to make your circles smaller and smaller until you get to a neutral space at center. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath, apply Moband. So squeeze those muscles again. Visualize that energy traveling, spiraling, cleansing all the way up past the heart center, past the throat, the third eye, up through the crown. Exhale, release all of your breath. Very good. We'll move into the position for Satkriya now. We'll do one round. I would suggest having that same rolled up blanket cushion, something that you can use to place underneath the heels, just to give the knees a little bit of cushion. So just sitting on it like that. We're going to chant Nam. The truth is my identity. Letting everything else fall away. Only remembering who we are at the core. Away from our identities, away from our roles, away from the things that we own. Getting back to just that pure center here. So allow the fingers to interlace themselves, including the thumbs, in any way that feels most natural to you. Let the index finger point straight up. Hands will be up overhead. Elbows straight. Let the chest lift. Let the chin be slightly down and back. Gaze is at the third eye. And we begin chanting. Sit, nam, 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 sit. No, sit, 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 no, sit. No, sit, 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 no, sit. No, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no. Good, you're halfway. Keep going. Feel every punch of that belly and the sut like a massage, a wave rippling all the way through the body, cleansing. Sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit. No, sit, 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 no, sit. No, sit, 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 no, sit. No, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit, no, sit. Quick exhale, deep inhale. Suspend the breath, apply Mulband. Visualize that energy radiating all the way up and through, up through the crown of the head, up through the fingertips. Exhale, let the arms come down slowly. Come down off of your heels. Stretch out the legs if you need. Take a moment to witness the space that you've created. Allow the breath to regulate. Know that whatever thoughts are entering the mind now, they're coming from that transformation. We've taken all of that energy from the lower triangle, those first three chakras, and we hang on to our stability, our creativity, our willpower. The other side of that could be the fear, the guilt, the shame. So whatever's coming up, just witness it, let it pass on by, let it leave the body. Very good. Okay, whenever you're ready, allow yourself to come into your meditative space. So if you need to grab your cushion, your bolster, wherever you'd like to be sitting, go ahead and get that now. We are going to be doing Kirtan Kriya today. So we have a mudra, we have a mantra, and we also have a bit of dynamics within the mantra as well for Kirtan Kriya. So this will be the mantra. So we are saying Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa is infinity, or the totality of the cosmos. Ta is life. Na is death, or if we'd like to redefine how we view death, maybe it is transformation. And Ma is the rebirth. So we are literally talking about these moon cycles. We are talking about our ability to restore, rejuvenate, transform into something different after we have shed the things that we don't wish to carry along with us anymore in our next cycle, in our next rebirth. So Satanama, that's what you'll be saying. Move it over here so we can see it if you'd like. And the mudra will correspond with the words that we are saying. So when we say Sa, we will take the index finger with the thumb. Ta, we move to the middle finger. Na, the ring finger. Ma, pinky. And you'll just go like that. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Only it will be on the knees. So seated like this. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And the dynamics of the song, and you'll hear it, it'll be sort of announced or declared with a little chime. But when we begin the mantra, we will chant it out loud for a series of minutes. So the volume will sort of be like this. We'll chant it for a series of minutes. You'll hear a bell, then we will whisper it. You'll hear a bell. We will only mentally vibrate it. You'll hear a bell. We'll go back up to a whisper. You'll hear a bell, and we'll finish chanting it again. So we get to do it on all of these levels, really use our throat chakra to express on all of those different levels, from silent to whisper to chanting, and embody what that feels like. So I'll get this a little closer so we can hear it here. Gaze at the third eye. Satanama, 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 You're doing great. We're more than halfway. Let the mantra anchor you. Let the touching of the fingertips anchor you. That's what's balancing those brain hemispheres right now. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Allow yourself to come lying down onto your back now for a brief relaxation. Just let those legs stretch out. Let them spread as wide as your mat. Let your arms fall away from the sides of your body, palms facing up. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. Begin to relax your breath as you sink deeper into your support. Relax the tops of your feet, your ankles, calves, knees, and thighs. Relax the hips. As you relax your breath, relax your belly. Relax the lower back. Relax the rib cage and the shoulder blades as you relax deeper into the ground. Let the floor do all the work. Relax the hands. Relax the elbows. Again, one more check at the shoulders. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw so there's space between the teeth. The muscles on the face. The eyes behind the eyelids. Brow, forehead, scalp are all at ease as your head rests gently against the ground. Take a few moments here to scan the body. Notice how your energy is circulating. Finding gratitude for this moment of rest. After we did the hard work of meeting ourselves in meditation. Slowly begin to deepen the breath now. Inviting more prana, more of that life-sustaining force into the body. And your next inhale, let the feet come together, let the arms stretch up overhead for a total body stretch. On the exhale, let the knees come into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, rock from side to side. Show some love to that lower back, to those kidneys and adrenal glands. Sending signals that we are safe. From here, begin to rub together the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet. Rub the tongue along the roof of the mouth briskly, stimulating all the body's energy centers and meridian points. And from here, you can either rock and roll along the spine at least 3 times to come to seated, or you can simply turn yourself over to one side and use your palm to push yourself up. I would deeply invite you to spend the rest of the day or the rest of the weekend, as much time as you are allotted to spend your time focusing on rest during this new moon time. Find different ways that rest means to you and how that fills you up. It doesn't always mean napping, doesn't always mean lying on the ground, but what allows all of that internal stuff to settle. So we'll end today's practice with the Long Time Sunshine song, sending our peace and blessings when we're thinking about rest, thinking about transformation, thinking about moving into this new cycle for ourselves, who we would like to send any peace and blessings to on that second round, whether it be someone in our life that we already know or someone we have yet to meet. So let your hands come to heart center, reconnect with that intention for your practice from today. Just one more time. Keep that gaze at the third eye. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And inhale to sink. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be holistically aligned, mind, body, and spirit. May we find the opportunity to rest, rebalance, recenter, recharge during this new moon time. Salam. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. As always, please continue to check out our ever-growing library with Back to Basics. Donate, support the studio if you can, and share with your friends to subscribe. We're just a few people away from hitting 50 subscribers, and we would really like to celebrate that. So good journey. Sat Nam. I'll see you next time. Bye.